Alright guys, let's get out of the way. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment if you like. This anime is about a few ups and too many downs. This lady cannot get a break. And it's kind of funny because the anime is called My Happy Marriage. I don't know about that, but it seems pretty bad already. So Miyo's basically a slave to these assholes. Isn't this the biggest bitch face you've ever seen? This little princess seems to not like the tea, so she drops it in front of her and says, "This tea is too bitter. Take it back, you piece of shit." This family is awful. So only one of these people is actually blood related to her, and it's the dad. The other two women have nothing to do with her, so they badmouth her, saying that her shitty mom is the reason she's like that, which her mom's dead. How more fucked up can they be? So this rich guy comes over to give them food for the month, and then most people around there are gossiping about a marriage proposal. Possibly. I mean, I hope it's for her because I wouldn't want her to stay in this shitty family. And finally, thank everything. She has a friend named Koji, and he's one of the nicest people to her. He actually wants to come to her house to talk to her, and not just that, he wants to share snacks with her that he finds that are really tasty. And then he says he's happy as long as he makes her smile. Let's get the marriage papers going. I mean, it's super obvious they like each other. He says he wants to give her strength, and she says, "You always save me, Koji." And I'm thinking, I think I hear wedding bells. So while she's picking up the room, her father tells her strictly to meet in this room tomorrow. Don't forget. And it sucks because she can't call her dad or something similar. She has to respond to him, "Yes, sir." She doesn't understand why he's so serious and why he's so strict about her being there tomorrow if she's never even been anywhere besides this house. She never leaves because she always has to work. So the next morning when she's cleaning, she's scrubbing dishes and she gets a little dirt on her face, which could happen. This fucking bitch tells her to clean her face because she better not greet everyone who comes in like that. But it doesn't matter to her because she's already the embarrassment of the family. Hey, fuck you. I really want someone to tell her that. But instead she apologizes. Why? You don't deserve that. So Miyo sees Koji again. She runs towards him. And it's kind of weird because he's dressed really fancy today. He says he met with her family and that he has to leave now, and he looks very sad. Even though he gives her candy, he's still very, very sad. So she's headed towards the spot that her dad told her to meet him at. And she's so hoping it's a marriage with Koji. Honestly, me too. I hope that's a thing. But she says she doesn't want to get her hopes up, so she goes in there, and she's greeted by an obnoxious girl, and for some reason Koji's a little ashamed. I wonder what it is. So the father says there is going to be an arranged marriage, and Koji will become part of this family. Finally, this sounds like really good news, and it's surprising who Koji's gonna marry. It's Kaya and not Miyo. What the fuck? She's already treated like shit, and she's basically a slave to them, and they couldn't even give her that. That's messing her up inside, I can tell. But luckily her father says that you also will get married, so finally she'll be out of this piece of trash family. Except it's a guy who she doesn't even know, named Kiyoka Kudou. And I'm sure he's not that great of a guy because these two bitches are happy for her for no reason. And her father wants her out of the house tomorrow, meet with this man so she can get married. And she has to accept it, but the look on Koji's face when she closes the door, bruh. I mean, look at this guy, he clearly cares about her. Why? Why doesn't he just run away with her and escape this fucking house? So of course Koji goes to his father to disagree with him and says, Why would you do that, man? That's so shitty. You knew I liked her, but you made her leave. And his dad says, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I just care that this family and that family fuse powers and become such a strong person. And the way he holds his anger, same. So that night while it's raining, Miyo goes over to a stump where a cherry tree used to be, but they cut it down. And she said she would go there every time she felt bad. But now that she has to move in with another guy, she won't be able to see her mom's tree ever again. And then Koji comes out of nowhere and says, I wish it wouldn't be this way. I tried to fight it, but my dad just wouldn't let anything happen. I want to be there for you forever, but you're gonna marry another guy and that sucks. But they have to stop the conversation there, because fucking Kaya says you should come back in because you're gonna get wet. So she packs up her belongings, and there's barely anything there because she couldn't buy anything and no one bought her anything either. At least her dad gave her a new kimono to meet the husband, because if she looked dirty, it wouldn't look so good. And one of her friends comes in to tell her that this man has never kept a fiance ever, and she should be careful. At least there's some nice people at the house. And she also notices that Miyo has not that many things that she's gonna take, and she says all the stuff that her mom left her was thrown away. Honestly, this show just wants to make me so mad. If this story makes you mad, leave a comment down below. So she bows down to thank the house, and I guess she's lost not just her family, but her home too. And then for 5 minutes straight, you'll see the most beautiful story without any words, just music, depicting her childhood and how everything ended up the way it was. And I'm thinking, if you can, I'd suggest go watch this episode. You won't be disappointed. Unless you don't like stories like this, so just skip. And she's just on a train, but it looks so peaceful, her just eating a jelly-filled donut. So she gets to her husband's house, and she's greeted by one of the loveliest women ever. And she tells her that she's here for the marriage, and she's so happy to see her. They have been waiting, and I think, hopefully, this is not that bad. And nope, I was wrong. She bows down and introduces herself, and he's writing calligraphy or something, and just ignores her and says, "Are you gonna keep bowing your head down?" And if it wasn't for this nice lady, he'd just be a complete douchebag. So he turns around and she says, "He looks like flowers coming out of the snow." So at least she likes the way that he looks, and then he introduces himself. Wow, what a beautiful man. Alright guys, if you're gonna watch the show or are watching the show, let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you're wondering what seasonal anime are out right now, I made a playlist link down below that has most of them. Alright, peace.